asked for, by doing that. But 2017 is, I don't know what a catch is, but everyone will say the Patriots benefited from that explanation, definition, or whatever it is that you want to, call it. Now, um, last thing I got on my list before we go to just a question. Uh, Des Bryant is in the news today, and this was already brought up, before. They were talking about Dez and his performance this year hasn't been the greatest and everything, and where this team is and what they're going to need to do. And they're already looking at Dez money, So people are already talking about would Dez Bryant accept a pay cut? Now, he has been asked, would he be willing to accept a pay cut from the Cowboys if they came to him this offseason about it. Now, this is what Dez said. He said, I haven't heard no talks of that, but if it comes, I don't know. Probably not, And then I guess he had time to, think about it a little bit more. He said, I'm not going to sit here and act like nothing has been wrong because it has. And he said, football is my life. I accept my role 100%, but I know who I am and I know exactly what I can do. Now, here's the thing that I think might hurt Dez a little bit. And he's just speaking the truth. He's just speaking his heart. But he's saying, I'm not going to sit here and act like nothing has been wrong because it has. And he's just talking about, he let things get to him at times. He said, football is my life. Well, I said that. He said, I know if my mind is not cluttered, I can beat whoever and whenever and anybody at any time. Sometimes I let things get to me that I shouldn't. Watch the tape. I feel like at times I look damn good, and then I get to thinking about certain things, and it bothers me. So that right there is not helping his cause if they are coming to him, because now you're telling them, like, look, here's what they're going to say. He's not mentally strong enough. He let things bother him. He just said it. They're going to probably do anything to get out of that contract that they got him in. I think he is set to make $13 million. And they are definitely going to want to give him a pay cut if they think he lost a step. Now, he turned 29 in November, so he's getting to that 30. Now, it's not necessarily the 30-year-old mark like running backs, but he is getting to that 30-year role that he will be in next season. People are saying that he's having a problem, separating from coverage these days. And they were talking about, well, he doesn't have the greatest, route tree, run. He's just a physical specimen. So he just overpowers a lot of. So there's a lot of stuff that people are coming out to say, about Dez as far as like why he's going to get this pay cut. But I think at the end of the day, they're going to look at his numbers. And they're going to say, you're not doing what you used to do. We need you to take a pay cut. Now, I can't tell Dez what to do, but even if he says no, then they'll probably just cut him, and then now you're on the market. Now it's pretty much of who is going to offer you what you're looking for. You're not going to get $13 million if they cut you. No team is going to give you $13 million because they're just like, your own team is not going to give you $13 million. So why would I give you $13 million, at this point? Unless that team really thinks like they are exactly one wide receiver away from the Super Bowl, then maybe so. But that is hard to believe in the NFL that they're going to do something like that. I'm just saying, Des needs to think about it, and maybe get to them before, and I get what he's saying. It's just like, you don't want to go out there and just say, yeah, I'll take a pay cut, because even if they do feel you're still worth the $13 million, if you say you're going to take a pay cut, then they're going to hit you with the pay cut. That's the business. That is the business that the NFL is in. But Des got to be smart about it, though. If they do come to him about a pay cut, he has to be realistic in what he can make, because you don't want to go out there and then say, nah, and then whatever they offered you, you throw that off the table and you go to another team, and then that team is lowballing you, and then you want to come back to the Cowboys, because we all know he loves the Cowboys. He loves playing for the Cowboys. And then you come back to the Cowboys, and then they lowball you even more because they throw away the first offer that they got on the table. Angry Black Man said Dez is about to experience a huge pay cut. His performance show he is not elite anymore. It's about numbers. It is about numbers because he's going to, if he had great numbers, then he's going to point to those great numbers, for why he should get paid. So now they're going to point to why he shouldn't get paid, and through the 15 games this year, he got 66 catches for 814 yards and 6 touchdowns. And this will be the first year, I think, if he doesn't make it, of 1,000 yards, that he played all 16 games. But also, I don't think Dez has had over 100 yards receiving in like 22 games. So it does seem like the writing is on the wall, and that they're going to ask for this pay cut. Maybe he can get them to give him one more year to prove it, but maybe they change it and they do an incentive-laden, deal where if he get his numbers, then he get his $13 million. Maybe they, decide to go that route, and at least that way he can still get his money. He can prove it, and he's still in Dallas, but he's gonna have to want to do it. But the biggest thing is he's going to have to these mental things that bother him. Somehow, some way, he's gonna have to get that out of his head and not let it bother him, because he just said it. When it bothers him and everything, it affects his game. But when he can handle it, he's all right, Yeah, he's all right. So we're coming to the end of the show, and we're going to get into one of my favorite pieces, and it is, excuse me, Just a Question.
Just a question.
So just a question, if you are new to hearing just questions, basically just some crazy thought in my mind that goes through. I may be just somewhere. I may be sitting on the toilet. I may be driving. I may just be sitting in front of the TV. I don't know what. And then it's just a question that just pop up in my head. So today, I was riding in my car and a question just popped up. I'm listening to the radio and they're talking about bowl games, and everything. So it just popped in my head. Where the hell did all these bowl games come from? I mean, when I was growing up, we had, the Rose Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, and a few other bowls. It seemed like we had maybe about 8 bowls, And it's just like, then we got like a couple more. Then we got the Peach Bowl, Then we got, what else? The Humanitarian Bowl and all this stuff. Then the Little Caesar Bowl popped up, and it's just like now that just opened the floodgates, because we used to try and keep it simple too, like 1-2 word bowl games. Now, they got stuff, let me see your Tootsie Roll Bowl or something like that. I'm just like, it's just too many bowl games to keep up with. And I'm like, where did all of them come from? Are you making money off these things? And it's just like people are in there with losing records playing in bowl games. Do we really need all these bowl games? Are we really bored that much during the holiday for these bowl games? I don't know, but that is why I am asking my listeners here, is there too many bowl games? I mean, you got these long names, the Matumbo, bowl. I'm like, I can't keep up. And then at that point, I'm just like, when does the playoffs start? Just bring that back to me. When does the playoffs start? So Big L said it is too many bowls too. So he agreed with me there. Mocha Bella is asking where the Big L award. There is no Big L award. We are going to end the year, Mocha Bella, with no Big L award. We're going to keep it positive. No big loser awards, for anybody for the rest of 2017. I cannot promise anything for 2018 though. So, but ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me for tonight's show. I appreciate y'all for joining in. Wait a minute. Who made this beat?
Faro Jaro.
That's right, my man Faro Jaro. So I appreciate everyone dropping in tonight with me. We are ending this year, 2017, going strong. I got one more show coming up Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just go to thewaitaminuteshow.com and you can listen to that show as well. Follow that show too so you can get notifications, and follow it on Twitter and Facebook as well. So as I get out of here for my people, I want to send some love to the people that was in the chat room. Big L, appreciate you for dropping in. Mocha Bella, appreciate you for dropping in. 334 Bama, boy! 5 more days. Appreciate you for dropping in, sir. Vince Wright, the governor of New York. New York. Minnesota. I got the New York beat. That's why I said that. Angry Black Man. Appreciate you for dropping in. Who else was in here? Information Man. My man, the greatest from South Central. Appreciate you for dropping in. Sluggo. Appreciate you dropping in. Excuse me. And for everyone else. Oh, that Ninja. I missed him. I'm sorry. Appreciate you for dropping in, that Ninja. Ron. Appreciate you for dropping in. And Raider Kev, DJ Queen, Rough Buff, Sluggo. I thank all of y'all for joining in. So I'm going to sign off here. I'll holler at y'all later. But, I got to leave you with some positive mojo in this 2007. Don't wait for 2018 to get your positive mojo going. Get this thing started tomorrow morning. Get out your bed, open your arms, breathe in the positivity, and blow out the negativity. So for your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show, and my man Lopan, we'll holler at y'all later. And as always, 2 things, and this is coming from, I'll tell y'all later. 2 things as always: stay positive and push forward. And that's coming from your fantasy football champion, Jelani JB Bodie. I'll holler at y'all later. Lopan, let's go!